I've legit never listened to the intro to the podcast before. That's kind of cool.
Right? You're welcome.
Welcome to the Mother's Day podcast, where it's Mother's Day for 2/3 of the podcast people.
66.6%.
I love you, Mom.
What's that? Because of that, YouTube has had technical difficulties, which is why we were late. Discord has technical issues, because apparently Discord is not working according to Discord, which
is
obviously true.
Yeah.
So
definitely calling through something else.
But as we've discussed, ISPs are definitely getting slammed right now, along with just services in general. So
I think personally they should prioritize long-term users of their ISPs.
What? No, you're saying that kind of as a ha ha ha, but genuinely they should, because let's be honest, when the pandemic's over, who's gonna still be here?
I'm still gonna be here. I play Rocket League every day, all year.
Right, that's the thing. I use Discord every single day. You better make sure that I'm getting access before other people.
I feel like that's what we should be getting. 100%. That's not.
But what we are getting is free game demos. So we are back to the good days of gaming.
Oh my god, it's 2000 again! I want to buy my PlayStation magazine with the CD of all the demos.
What? You can just buy cornflakes. There was game demos and cornflakes.
There was game demos and cornflakes.
And cornflakes.
Yeah, there was you. That's how I got my game demos.
Wow. That's interesting.
And you had to pick the right box, or else you would just get 15 copies of the same stupid Donald Duck game, which I did. So I had so many copies.
So yeah, there is actually quite a few demo spots around everywhere right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think was it Steam just dropped 40? Is 40 a number?
You know what the problem is, right? It's likely that this has been brought on by the pandemic rather than the advice that we've been given for the last 12 months doing this podcast.
Yep.
I know, they should really listen to us. We're ahead of the curve.
I feel like they are listening to us.
Yeah, they're just not admitting it.
Yeah, it happened earlier as well, where we you should do this, Nvidia. Nvidia did.
Nvidia did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's good.
It's great.
I listened to the WAN show on Friday, where they talked about, well, this could mean that all the big trade show stuff will maybe be scaled down a bit, and people will just experience it from home, so we can save on air traffic, which would be good for the environment, save on fuel in general, save on marketing money, which if they still spend the same money, they won't, but some developers will. They'll spend more money on actual development instead of needing to go to it's not cheap to go to Gamescom, E3, PAX.
Gamescom was super great fun, it was.
Yeah.
But
we don't need that.
It's just as cool to play a demo as it is to go watch somebody else play the demo.
But did you watch the line to play Cyberpunk? It was 4 or 5 hours. I was like,
and the Doom one, the Doom line, there was lines of people just sitting down.
It was that was 6 hours when we arrived. Half an hour after it opened, we were in the door.
We were in the door half an hour after it opened, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a 6 hour line.
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition didn't have a line, but the problem is every single PC was being used, and they're all 3 hour long games.
Yeah,
that's why it didn't have a line.
Yeah, because
if you're in the line, if you're front of the line, that's a 3 hour queue right there.
Yeah, and then you're going to be standing because they were all stand-up computers as well. Yep. So that's 6 hours. Yeah, there was no seats for the Age of Empires ones. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
This is why you bring your own chairs to those kind of events.
Bring back demos. Well, I had no interest in playing it when I went. I said, I'm not going there to play stuff. I'm just going to go look at stuff and be like, shit, that's cool.
I did
I just had a quick look through the list of demos, and I am not as well versed in, production companies as I'm sure Donkey is. But I don't recognize many of those names, if any. And it'd be kind of cool to see a lot more indie games, at least, getting demos, because that's exactly what they should be doing. People haven't heard of your game. They need a reason to play it.
Yeah.
And free demos are exactly how that works.
Uno, that I've just picked up. Yes, we all know what Uno is. It has a free demo, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you can okay, I've heard of Uno, but I've never really played it. I can give it a go.
Or I don't know if this is a good demo. Is this a good game? How is it running on my computer? Stuff like that.
You know what demos are also good for? Tutorials and introductions to games. Town of Salem is now on Steam as well. There's no demo to that. It is not the most straightforward game. If they'd done a very simplistic demo where you even played against AI and it was like, oh well, this is because of this.
Mhm.
And then you're like, oh, actually, that was cool. I'll try that against people.
Yep.
Here's £4.
Yep.
Crack on.
Exactly. I think demos are
are
just
amazing.
good. But like, I think this could lead to like, and like, I'm not, yay, trade shows are dying, because if trade shows and conventions die, I don't have a job.
They won't. They
They
won't.
won't die. But if they scale back a bit, and they're more like, I like how Huawei is doing their, I can't remember whatever their version of the Apple keynote and Samsung's Unpacked event.
Yeah.
They just send their phones to reviewers and be like, hey, don't open this, or else we will sue you, ass. And then they just make an online presentation. I think that's cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know the way we've just been talking about us being the loyal Discord people and we should get priority and blah, blah, blah. And after the pandemic, we'll still be here as Discord users and whatever.
Mm.
The people that are diehard for conventions will still go to conventions no matter what.
Yeah, they will.
So they're not going to vanish.
And I'm not saying I'm never going to one again. It was great fun and was
Yeah.
super cool to see it. And there was like, and there is like, I love the what was it called? I can't remember the game, the Zoo Tycoon game, the new one. It was, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. No idea.
The way where we got the picture taken for Quest. That was super cool. They had some super cool art there and brought in real sand. It was made to look super cool and real cool concept art and stuff that you could see in real life, and you could talk with the developer there. That was super cool, but that's why I'm going there. I'm not going there to stand in line and play a game.
No.
I can do that.
Well,
I'm sure some people do.
Yeah. Lots of people do. We've witnessed it.
And they can go and do that all they want.
But I'd rather play a demo.
But also, if I'm not there, or someone that maybe then line up, because why not, then the line will be smaller, so more people get a chance to play the games that actually like.
Why are
value that.
you under the impression that everyone needs GameStop?
Because GameStop is an essential business. According,
not.
yes,
It
according.
must be an essential business because they
Alex,
kept their doors open.
Yeah, Alex. According to an
I'm
internal,
aware, yeah.
according to an internal memo, and memos can't be wrong, especially from GameStop. If people don't have GameStop, they can't buy games. If they don't buy games, they'll be bored.
Can't argue with that logic.
They could instill a delivery
No.
service like a lot of other companies are.
No, Alex, you don't get it.
That's
Then you don't get
impossible.
the in-store experience, which is essential.
Restaurants, they don't need physical chairs and tables, but GameStop, you need to go in and see the people, see the neckbeards that live in GameStop.
The only brick and mortar game store that you ever needed to experience the store feel of was Game Station.
Oh, shocker.
That's a good store.
Because every employee was a gamer and they loved games and had a passion for games, and just the second you walked in, you'd smell the smell of old games and the fat guy in the corner, which wasn't me because I was in the other corner.
Walking
Like-
in, yeah.
He's right though. That's how EB games
For
used to
second-hand
be.
games. Yeah, but that's how you would buy your second-hand games. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a
No.
shop experience to buy brand new games.
Just to make sure that obviously I don't think we need GameStop. I think GameStop is an ass company, and I think they're
It is.
I
They're
think-
going under.
and I think
That's
they're
it.
a big
Shocker.
moron for like they actually sent this memo out. So if the cops showed up to GameStop, I was like, "You're not an essential business." They should show this memo. Like California was the first state to say, "No,
Yeah.
you can't stay open. No, you're not essential. You're useless." Then after Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal, GameStop has since said, "Oh, now we value our employee safety, so we're gonna send them home without pay, and not pay the overtime that we owe them, and we're gonna close down and fire a lot of them because now we sold all the games we need to. So fuck them."
It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, like,
It's but it's also not right. There's a thing going on at the moment right now where I've seen a couple of people on social media. I'm not gonna pick out names and stuff who like name and shame these companies who have been laying people off. It's not the company's fault that there's a pandemic.
No.
Yes, they kind of look like bad guys, but there's not really.
Yeah, because they're not thinking about people at all. They're
Wait.
entirely just thinking about money. I know what you're saying. I know what
I
you're
disagree.
thinking.
I disagree with you. From personal experience, my uncle, who is the district manager for a company, has had to lay people off. However, before that happened, he did fight for them and he did give them an opportunity where for 4 weeks, instead of sacking people, if
They
you had
took
2
them
weeks
into it.
holiday, you had to take 2 weeks holiday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after those 2 weeks, those people will take 2 weeks holiday.
Mm.
So at least that way, they're still employed as long as they can be.
Yeah. I think you're right.
And I get stuff like that is fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the midst of an actual pandemic where people are actually getting ill, and for instance, in Ireland, all non-essential shops have been closed now, right?
Yeah.
In those scenarios, GameStop is still trying to stay open. That's
Yeah.
against the health of their
Yeah.
employees. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
problem.
I
Yeah,
think
I agree
Chris
I
is
don't.
right.
What you're saying, I understand.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
That's not
Yeah.
what I'm
no,
saying.
no, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I agree with what Alex is saying. Like there's a big. I don't know. Do you have Bestseller and Jack and Jones stores? Do you know what those stores are?
No. But just to finalize my point, because I've just have to dart out for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
This isn't the case in Ireland because they, being the independent guys they are, didn't come back to the UK. We have started to implement a policy now where anybody who has been laid off from work or is not getting paid because of a 0 contract or whatever else, you can claim help from the government. My dad, as a taxi driver, can claim weekly pay from the government now.
That's interesting. I thought self-employed people, like taxi drivers, were a bit up creek.
No, they're fine. It's not a lot. He got offered £94 a week, which is not a lot. But
If you can
live on it.
survive,
But
then
it's
you can
an
survive.
Right.
infinite amount
I
more than
have to dip
0.
2 seconds.
So, we've done the same. We, like in the country of Denmark, we have, every company that is more than, I think, 5 employees or something, can claim up to, if you paid an hourly rate, the company can claim up to 90% of your pay, and the government will pay the employee. If you're not paid by the hour of just monthly pay, it's only up to 75% of your monthly pay. For whatever reason, up to a max.
I love hearing these stories about other countries.
like,
I can't wait to
We
see our implementation. When I
we
get screwed
spend
over.
so much money as a country. Because we can, because we are a small country and we pay a lot of taxes. We have a lot of money in the bank. And every small...
And that's why you pay taxes. So.
That is why you pay taxes. I know that if you're self-employed, the government will pay all your essential bills. So that is, your rent, your electrical, your water,
Internet?
your wages, internet, stuff like that. Stuff you essentially need only for your business, obviously, not for your home internet.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
But
for
if
all
they're
your-
one and the same, then you're kind of lucky anyway.
If you work from home.
If you're self-employed from the home
Yeah, exactly.
position, then that's great.
So that
But in the end of it, in the short and short, fuck GameStop.
yeah.
Yeah.
What they did is wrong. They just kept
For
open.
their employees.
They just kept open to have. Oh, we need this, and then they fired people. Like, no.
And again, yeah, if that was the case in England, those people wouldn't be able to claim the money from the government to
No.
say, I've been laid off because of this.
No.
They
Exactly.
wouldn't be able to do it because GameStop wouldn't have technically laid them off.
Yeah. So what they should
Yeah.
do now, what GameStop should have done, they should have said, okay, well, we will have a skeleton crew that if you ordered pre-ordered a physical copy, you can go and collect it in. There's one store in areas within 2 hours drive or something, you can get your copy. That's the only thing you can do, and we are open on this day and this day in 3 hours where you can get your thing. If not, we will mail it to you. The rest of the companies just shut down. We have online orders. That's it. That's what they should have done. If they then laid people up and say, sorry, we can't stay open, so we can't pay you, that's fine. That's a business decision that they need to do. What they did now is they took all the profit from these games and were like, and that's not okay in my opinion.
So Doom is free? Is that what I'm reading here?
Hey ho, Doom is
free
free.
pirate life for me.
Yes. So what happened was Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, decided
Because we know they're the smartest company.
if we do put the exe in the game folder where we didn't put DRM, de novo by the way, what will then happen? What happened was you could have download Doom for free, whatever. It was pirated like this because they didn't need to crack it.
Yeah, it was already cracked. That's like buying pre-cracked eggs at the store.
Yeah. So
You call the egg white.
So this is it's just funny. It's not the first time Bethesda have done it. It's not the first time it's happened. It's just fun. And it turned out that people still bought Doom because it's a good game, and people have been saying for years, if the game is good, we will buy it anyway.
Shocker.
And this goes back to the demo thing. Give us a demo. Show proof of concept. Our game is fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to put out €60. Well, you can try this free demo of the first level. Oh, that was super fun. I need to play more of this. Then you have to pay.
Take me 60 quid and shut up, yeah.
Just take my money.
Have you been wearing a face mask outside?
Yes.
Me again.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know what it is, but the camera's just picking me up really good, okay? It's the last couple of weeks. I look hot, I get it. Calm down.
No. It looks like you're not tanned here, but you are everywhere else. I'm asking if you've been wearing a face mask.
Oh, okay. No, I think I'm a little bit flushed from this cough I'm getting.
You should have waited. I could have made the best segue ever if you waited to say that.
Oh, hey, look, Activision has no new ideas.
Okay, so what's happening here is, what was their last release? Was it a reboot of Modern Warfare?
Before this, yeah.
Wait, what's out now?
Call of Duty
it's just
something.
What's their current game? Their current game
Modern
is
Warfare,
Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah.
So that was a
But
reboot of Modern Warfare.
This is a reboot, not a remaster, yeah.
Reboot of Modern Warfare. So what they're gonna do next is reboot Black Ops. Problem solved. No new ideas. No need for them. Let's just reboot all the games we released 8 years ago.
In fairness, that's what film producers have been doing for the last 2 decades as well.
And I hate that too.
That's what Doom is.
Yeah, that's what Doom is.
That's what Wolfenstein is.
Doom isn't the same.
It's what Skyrim was.
What is the difference between what Doom 2016 is? That is a reboot and
Swap-
reimagination of Doom.
Wait. Just a quick pause. How has Skyrim been rebooted?
It hasn't, but it was pretty much just Oblivion.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
better.
okay, but it wasn't. But it was not the same game. Whereas it looks like Modern Warfare is the same game.
They bring out a new FIFA every single year.
Yep, and I think that's stupid too. But you know, people play them, so it's
Yeah,
whatever.
they do, but people still buy them.
You're right, it is stupid, and they should just not do that.
But anyway, what I'm intrigued about is Black Ops has always been the series with the zombies mode in it,
Yes.
and the zombies director just quit. Are they gonna reboot zombies? Because there are diehard fans, like I want to say 1 million people that just buy the Call of Duty Black Ops series for the zombies, and if they try and reboot that to 8 years ago, they've just killed that entire fan base.
You think?
Nah, I think they'll nail it.
I really hope so. I'm a big fan, personally. I'm a
think
big fan of the zombies.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, in fairness, I'm still boycotting them. Everyone's like, "Have you tried the new Battle Royale that Connor brought up?" No. But it's free. I don't care. Is Spec Ops free for me? No, I don't care.
Nah, okay, fair enough.
Wait.
It does look fun. Chung was saying it was a lot of fun.
Doesn't look fun. Doesn't look like it's got Spec Ops in it. Not interested.
Doesn't look like my kind of game anyway, but that does look like a bit.
Alex is right, though.
I'm standing by it. Alright.
Which is the only
Standing by my
correct
boycott.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, I've been
They
boycotting...
haven't noticed.
I've been boycotting
obviously haven't
Activision for
noticed.
years, so I'm
Yeah.
like, yay, more people on my train. Like, they're still. I've been saying for years they're an ass company and we should not buy their retarded games.
I pre-ordered it. I thought it was great. I loved the beta. I thought it was a superb game. And then I was like, well, yeah.
And then they were like, let's do the worst thing we can.
But does that not give you some kind of fear? Now, I don't know if it'll come out on PS4. When's PS5 due to release? Because I assume this game will come out the next year, right?
So there are rumors PS5's getting delayed, but
Well, yeah, because the Xbox will be as well, because China production
is.
got...
It's
currently set to release in the holiday period of this year.
Okay. I assume the new Call of Duty will be next year. And therefore probably...
They'll double release it. They'll release it on PS4.
You think it'll come out on PS4 as well?
They did that with Ghosts as well.
They will do
Because
that with all the games they can.
If they come out with a similar thing of, hey, sure, you can play it, but only Sony players get zombies. Cool.
Chris just cries.
What is that?
Chris boots up his PS4 and hopes it releases on that.
Yeah, right? You'd be in the exact same boat.
Yeah, and that would suck dick. But I love the game that much that I'd wait for it to come out.
If you
and then buy it.
really love
Yeah, you'd
it,
wait for a year, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm not
but if
gonna
you
buy it.
really
I'm not gonna
love
buy
it, if you really love it, you should not buy it and show them this is not how you treat something you love.
true.
That is the actual way to fix companies. The only thing you can actually do to fix companies is not buy their crap and only buy the good stuff. Which is why you should buy Doom. If you like what Doom is, buy Doom
Yeah,
all
buy
you
it.
can. If you don't like Doom, don't buy it. I loved Wolfenstein. I pre-ordered Wolfenstein.
Good advice, boys. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Right, I was trying not to make that point. But,
Like, it's true. So many people don't understand this.
Speaking about people not understanding
But
things.
Why have you left that in there?
That is a topic. See,
You want a Big Mac with cheese?
Without cheese, god damn it!
In fairness, they don't understand what a double cheese.
I was about to
in Denmark, so
in our defense, neither do they in Las Vegas, apparently, according to Billy.
that's America.
Yeah.
They know what triple burgers are over there.
Yeah, yeah. They don't do as small as double.
Oh, fair. Imagine.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Chris and his PS4, the PS5 specs has been leaked.
Yay! So many
Leaked.
teraflops.
I hate the word leaked and that everything just
No,
gets
sorry,
leaked.
they didn't get leaked. Sony actually held a presentation. Sorry, I said leaked.
Oh,
I didn't meant to say leaked. That's my fault.
Yeah.
But you're right,
There
though.
were so many teraflops.
Yeah. So it's gonna be faster than the PS4 Pro.
That's good.
So I think that's a-okay.
That should have been a minimum requirement for the next gen console.
You would
but
think
okay.
so.
That is, in my opinion, the only requirement there is for a new generation console. Be faster than the old one.
This is all.
As I said in chat town, you don't buy a console for the graphical fidelity. If you really care about that, you buy a PC.
It's true.
If you really
And then you
do.
buy 2080 for that PC and you get Alex to build it. That's gonna go so bad.
So, would anyone like to know the specs?
Yes.
Please.
We have got 8 Zen
Wait.
2 cores.
I want you to explain the specs to me as well.
Oh fuck. Okay, so I actually don't know who makes Zen 2 cores,
AMD.
but this is a CPU. Sorry, AMD. Thank you. I thought I did think that. AMD's Zen 2 cores, 8 of them, presumably 16 virtual ones, at 3.5 gigahertz, and that means that the brain thinks real fast. Like
3.5's not a lot.
3.5 isn't a lot. It's not low though either.
But it doesn't need to be a lot because the games you play in console are not going to be CPU brain smart heavy.
They're always optimized for console because they kind of have to be. Like,
Well, yeah.
the proof of the put it in the pudding is Borderlands 3 doesn't run on the PS4. It kind of runs on the PS4 Pro, and no one bought it on PlayStation.
One of the main points I tried to make is Adrian buys, for example, would crash on my old PC because the CPU would overheat.
Yep.
Because whilst it's not a graphically demanding game, each individual moving part is really big for it.
So
Whereas console games don't have that.
For reference, my CPU.
I was about to make this. Oh, okay, go on.
For reference, my CPU is running at 3.7 at its slowest and 4.7 as its max, and that is.
Donkey doesn't have a great PC. He's got a good
This
PC.
is a 3-year-old CPU.
Yeah.
So, for point of reference, on the PlayStations though, the PS4 had 8 cores at 1.6 gigahertz.
So it is a big jump.
It's a massive jump.
But
They
how many
obviously
years
don't-
is between those machines as well?
6, 5, or
Can I
6.
also make a point here as well
Yeah.
that Sony did say that they were struggling to keep the console under 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't be too harsh on judging the limitations of the hardware
No.
based on what they said they were aiming for.
Plus, they'll definitely be selling at a loss.
They probably will.
They sell every console at a loss.
Not the PS4.
PS4 sold at a loss, I'm sure.
Surely the PS1 didn't sell at a loss. It was still selling 10 years ago.
Okay, maybe not the PS1.
The PS1 was sold at a loss at first, yes. And then,
Initially,
yeah,
yeah.
and then cost came down. The PS4 is the only one where they broke even. They didn't make money on it, but they broke
even.
Yeah.
Anyway, proceed.
The GPU has 10.28 teraflops of 36 CUs at 2.23 gigahertz of variable frequency.
Which translates Donkey to...
I'm fucked. I have no idea.
I think he's just Googling what you typed and he will explain to you what it is.
How many teraflops did you say it had? Sorry.
10.28.
10.28.
That is
Which-
okay, a 1060, which is a relatively
Surely not.
old card, has 4.3 teraflops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that can't be comparable.
Right.
So that is like around double that.
Maybe
So a
maybe
1080
a
has,
26.
if I'm correct, 8 point some, but I'm not completely sure.
Maybe a 2060 then, or maybe even a 1680.
Yeah, it's the reason I'm comparing to 10 series cards is because more people have those than 20 series cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can remember those in the top of my head. I can't remember the rest, but I can Google that.
Otherwise, pretty good.
They're also using a custom GPU architecture, which is pretty much a standard for consoles because, like I said, they optimize their games.
Okay, did you just run the introduction again?
Yes.
I don't need to talk. Why? What happened?
Okay, I just Googled something just because, right?
Oh, it'll be a hotkey.
It was. How many teraflops did you say it had?
10.28.
Okay, at 2060
2060.
has 52.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
but in correlation to the PS4 had 1.8. So
Again,
again,
massive
a 10
upgrade.
times
It's a
jump.
massive upgrade,
And that ran at 800 megahertz instead of the 2.23 gigahertz we've
which
got
is
now.
actually a lot. For a graphics
That's-
core, that is an insane amount. You have no idea how much that actually is.
Exactly.
So all in all, it sounded like a pretty worthwhile upgrade, and we are hopeful.
Yeah.
If your PlayStation, for sure. There's also now 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is, actually surprising. I didn't expect that from a console. And there's a bunch of,
Wait, how much RAM?
16 gigabytes of GDDR6.
I would expect that.
Yeah,
I would expect that.
You have to.
I was
You have to
surprised
remember
that-
in a console, it's both the. It's you have to put
It's
together.
future-proofed.
Not only that, but it's GDDR6, it's graphics RAM, it's the VRAM and the system RAM combined. That's what you do in a console. It doesn't have system RAM and VRAM, which your computer. Alex has 16 gigs of RAM,
Yes.
right? And
Yep.
then you have maybe 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Can't remember.
I think
I think it's 6.
Maybe 8.
No,
Okay, whatever.
I think
So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
if you combine that, which is what you would do in a console, you would then have 24 at
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
gigabytes. So then it doesn't sound that impressive. You have to remember you need to divide it. Like
Yeah,
it shares resources. It doesn't matter on a console. But like that is not the video RAM, and that is not the RAM. It is both.
Here's something interesting. They've moved to SSD, which I like because the
Welcome
boot time
to
on PlayStation-
2010. It's so great that you're finally here.
Because the boot time on a PlayStation is actually annoyingly long. But it's an 825 gigabyte SSD. Custom made.
So Samsung made it.
It was still be
But-
Samsung
but
made.
why?
obviously.
Why though? Why not a terabyte?
System files, I guess.
Because
because
be-
that won't be-
because you
that won't be
compress
part of
it differently on a console, and this new compression algorithm is really, really good. So this actually, if what they say is true, this actually is the same as 1.5 terabytes.
Fair enough. They've also got an optical drive ready for 4K Blu-rays and external hard drive upgrades. So no change.
Cool.
But the external hard drive upgrades can only be used to play backwards compatible PS4 games because they will be so slow that they can't be used with PS5 games.
Okay.
Which
I can't argue with him. I don't know anything about
I
it.
don't know. It sounds.
I don't
wrong.
know enough about hardware, so I
Okay,
can't.
Okay, the reason is the new SSD is so much faster, as in legit 40 times faster than a hard drive.
Yeah.
Especially a USB one. This new hard drive, which is an SSD, is so much faster that you don't need loading screens. It is that fast.
Yeah. Okay.
So the game itself would try to load, but
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't be possible.
Speaking of backwards compatible, this week they announced that up to 100 of PlayStation's best-selling games will be backwards compatible, and there was uproar. This was Wednesday. By Thursday, they reckon 4,000 of PlayStation's
I mean,
selling games will be backwards compatible.
it's good that there are, but they should all be. If a PS4 game is compatible, all PS4 games are compatible.
not entirely how that works, but I understand what you mean.
Why not?
Presumably, there are specific issues with porting to different games. For instance, there are some games that don't work post PlayStation's update allowing you to change your username because it breaks the game.
Software files are a thing.
It is.
Yeah.
But
You can't just look at it from a hardware perspective. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's still, if it's coded to work on a PS4, and this other
But
thing.
some
works
games are
with
coded
people.
to work on a PS4, assuming you don't change your username. Which, if you do, you break the game.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
I understand what you're saying, but presumably that's one of those kinds of issues that could be cutting off a couple of the weirder games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of get that, but I still blame Sony for having a too close system. That's still dumb.
Yeah, they shouldn't have waited until 2019 to be able to change your username. I agree.
So, Razer, the company who makes peripherals that you shouldn't buy, they are doing something great. If you've ever owned a Razer product, have you?
Yes, I had a Motorola Razr flip phone at some point.
No.
Okay, no. Okay, have you ever Razer, the company with the green snakes?
Oh, with the
Yeah.
nah, not into those.
Okay, good.
Overpriced hardware nonsense is what they sell.
Yes. Anyway,
They always have. Oh, I've got a Razr mouse. Have you? Yeah, it's shit.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have a
Those
very,
kind of
very,
people.
very, very good unboxing experience. They make very good boxes. They're really cool and they're nice to unbox.
I like boxes to unbox.
Yeah.
There's lots of
So now they are
Only bought boxes to unbox.
they are now
Interesting.
retooling all their, or not all their, but some of their machines in Taiwan where their HQ is, so they can now make surgical masks that they will now donate 1 million to different hospitals around the world. And I think that's super cool.
That's really
You
good.
can say
news.
that they make bad products. They have great customer service. I've always recommended their customer service. If you send
really good boxes.
and like legit, they have the service. I've had Razer products, and they used to make good products, and they stopped. If your mouse died because you tried to make it fly,
Because it's a Razr mouse.
then they're like, oh, is it broken? It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Send us a picture of you where you cut off the wire so it doesn't work anymore, and we will ship you a new one. So you don't even have to bother with shipping them the old mouse.
Yeah,
And that's
pretty nice.
it is super nice, which is why their products are expensive, but they break all the time, but you get new ones. So
Yeah.
I often recommend them to kids and parents because they're like, when your kid break it, which it will, and it will break whatever product it is anyway, these guys are good with it.
So, on the note of face masks and surgical masks being made, I believe that also as a follow-on from the pandemic, the Olympic Games might be cancelled. However, what hasn't been cancelled is Sonic at the Olympic Games. Do we have a trailer that we can watch? Thank you, by any chance?
Yes.
You know what? I'm actually mildly. An Amazon App Store. I want it. Oh, you blacked yourself out. I want it noted that I did not know. I didn't do my research on this at all. I saw it and was like, that's cool. I was like, I loved playing Mario and Sonic Olympic Games on the Wii. I didn't realize this was a mobile game. I'm sorry. But doesn't it look cool? You know what? This has given me real nostalgia feels. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to play. Occasionally, right when you're on the bog, you do love playing a bit of whatever's on your phone, and this could be the next best on the bog mobile game. Can somebody come back, please? I don't like being alone.
I do have it, despite Quiz's inept failure. It is and will be compatible with BlueStacks, so you can make it a PC game if you want. And it is pretty enough. Let's be honest, it might be a mobile game, but graphically it's kind of pretty. There's multiple events, and we didn't have anything else to watch. Let's move on.
You don't want to talk about it?
No. We forgot to talk about it. We forgot to talk about a topic, Chris.
What topic?
The Netflix thing.
The Netflix thing. Yeah, why was that not in the tech news? Okay, jumping back to tech news, but without putting it on the screen. Netflix and I believe a couple of other companies, including YouTube, are dropping bit rates on their streams because they're being used so much.
Which is fine.
This is irritating.
It's fine.
I understand why they've done it. They've not made a mistake. They've adapted to the necessity of their infrastructure. What I'm annoyed at is the infrastructure is not strong enough to withstand usage. This is what could be maximum usage, and it's not prepared for it, and this irritates me.
You're right.
This isn't what could be maximum usage, though, because 80% of the world isn't suddenly going to be off on the same day.
In case of a war, it would be.
No, it wouldn't, because they'd be at war.
Yeah, but we would also be using a lot more bandwidth than we are now. The infrastructure
Some more, not necessarily a lot more.
The infrastructure should still be a lot better than it is.
The infrastructure should be set up for people to use it all at the same time.
Yes, it should. It should. But all the same, there's more important, bigger things to be worried about right now than, oh, I'm watching in HD instead of Ultra HD.
I'm not. Of course. I'm not saying there isn't.
I don't disagree with the decision. I disagree with that I still have to pay more. I should get a reduction in price.
If you're paying for UHD and you're not getting access to UHD, that does make sense.
I should then get a discount. Yeah, I'm not getting the product I paid for.
So here's the thing, right? Between the top band of Netflix and the second top band of Netflix, there is like one change, and it's the quality. And if you don't get access to that top quality because they can't currently give it out, they shouldn't be allowed to charge for it. It's false advertising.
For future months, yes. But it's not false advertising if it's not their fault. They're advertising the product that they can provide.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about this one. But next month they should be like, okay, we're not charging you this much this month because you're not
next month
it.
They should automatically downgrade everybody's account.
Yeah. Either downgrade my account or charge me less. I don't know what's easier in their system.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have a goal to get it fixed by next month's subscription, and if it's not done, everybody should get downgraded. Yeah. You can't say it's false advertising because it's not.
No, I don't think it's false advertising what they're doing right now. If they continue to do this, it is.
Yeah.
Because right now they're still running ads where it says that it's.
It's similar to the GameStop situation. The wrong thing would be to not change anything. And then what would happen is people would lose their service.
So that everyone has access to the service is definitely the best choice. Netflix has not made a mistake here. I never said they did.
No.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not their decision. Okay, it is their decision. The EU asked them to do this.
Yeah. So if they can get the EU to also force the ISPs to refund them some of the money, because that they're no doubt paying ISPs for the data plan that they're given, then sure, they could give it back to the users. But until that happens, I don't think they should.
I know Netflix has been giving back. ISPs has paid Netflix back, I think it was 22.5 or something billion euros, because it turns out that they couldn't deliver what they promised.
On the contract. So in which case they should start selling back to the users, in fairness.
They haven't been paid that yet because you can't just... It's not like in the movies where you just...
can't
wire the money!
$2 billion, it doesn't work.
No, but like... So... And I know I will probably get back £2. Yes.
I want it noted that, that's the difference in the two packages. Is €2.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's not a massive payout that I'm gonna get.
It's a matter of principle in that point.
Yeah.
I want it noted that Emma said that she loved Mario and Sonic on her DS, and the DS is basically just a phone but worse. So
How's it worse?
how is it better? It's got less.
I can hear angry typing.
Oh crap! Oh crap! But
How's
my
it
point
worse?
is that she'll love this game that we've just advertised, and so I'm on board with everything that I've just said about
Cool.
Mario.
No, it's not quiz. I agree with Emma.
Although we should all not get angry at Emma because she had a chance to
Yeah.
model for us the BBU match of the week and chose not to.
She had the option and didn't even. So her opinion is completely wrong. And let's just ignore her.
Obviously, that is the
Kidding.
correct option there. So buy the BBU merch, and if you have a sweet ass, get these. If you don't, get these, and you will get a sweet ass.
It's true. Quiz looks great in these.
I will
Emma
wear
looks
just these if somebody sends them to me.
doing it right now.
What I mean by that, Alex, before you go, is I will be topless, have no underwear on.
I'm on
just wear
Teespring right
these.
now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for. I'm also on Teespring right now.
I'm so happy you guys don't know my address.
I do know your address. You've told me it on multiple occasions.
I have your address.
There's
You
no
have.
Way. There's no way. I'm scared. Please, I'm
Auto
scared.
sample. Okay. Shugay.quiz.org.
No, they are super great. Emma thinks they're super comfy. She wears them as off. In fact, she wears them when they don't need to be washed or when it's not cold outside. And I don't mean like cold. Like if it's a bit cold, she'll wear them. But if it's like really cold, she'll put on jeans. Which
Because
makes
it's
sense.
obviously it's leggings.
They're still just leggings.
Yeah, it's not. We didn't invent magic pants.
But she loves them. She does look really good in them. And I'm sitting there.
If you watch vlog number 4 from Gamescom, you can see them
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
on Emma, not on Quiz.
They're supposed to be super comfortable. Apparently, it's hard to find. Disclaimer though, they look black there. They're actually more like silvery grey.
Yeah. True.
I don't know why the picture's like that. We've tried to fix it. Teespring are having none of it.
Yeah.
I kind of
So-
see it as grey. Maybe that's just my eyes.
Towards the bottom, but if you look at the top, that's black.
And it says black on the website.
And yes,
Okay, well, fuck that then.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
Alex, you've
moving
been
swiftly
playing
on.
games.
I've been playing Let's Dress Emma, and this week I dressed her in some BBU. Now I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege a fair bit.
Did you say
Apparently we've got a
stretch
Rainbow
or dress?
dress.
Okay.
As in to put clothes onto a person.
Although, funnily enough, we're lying about last night, watched the movie, Ip Man 2, good movie, would recommend. We was in bed for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, cuddling, snuggling, being cozy, comfortable as you do, you know what I mean? Nothing like that going on, Chris, it was purely PG.
I didn't say anything!
And Israel made the best boyfriend move I could ever make, in my opinion. So she does that girl thing, TV's off, goes quiet, we settle down to get ready for sleep. 2 minutes later, Alex, would you still love me if I was ugly? You know, because she's a girl.
Yeah, okay.
And without missing a beat, I went, the standard boyfriend response. Of course I will, babe. Just don't get fat. Which I think is fair.
I genuinely was like, I already do, was the correct answer there.
No, you're wrong. It's just don't get fat.
It's a bit hypocritical.
No, it
Kiwi
isn't.
will never.
When
Kiwi-
this relationship started, I was already fat. She knew what she
Ah.
was buying.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Skiri will never ask me that question, and I can never give her that answer.
So, Rainbow Six Siege I've been playing, and Jurassic World Evolution, Emma and I have actually been playing.
What
It's
is
just
that
a
about?
Tycoon. It's a Tycoon game,
Okay.
but it's actually really fun. It's very pretty. I think not just because it's Jurassic Park, but also everything has such a specific meaning to it, and it's so well detailed. Like when you build something new, you can see the cranes moving from individual spots to build it. You can follow your little people around. And something that I realized by accident, which is also really cool, when you have to go medicate dinosaurs or tranquilize them or whatever, you can actually drive the Jeep and shoot the dart gun. I shot a Triceratops in the arse yesterday.
My
Make it
only
better.
problem is that there's no way Dickie Attenborough voices for any of it, so it's just not even worth it for me.
So yeah, shot it in the arse and it turned around and chased me. Which was interesting.
Sounds interesting. It sounds cool. I looked into it. It wasn't on sale when I looked into it, so and I'm not paying the full price
No,
for
it's
it.
not. It's not worth the full price. It's not. I got it for the tenner.
Yeah,
Spot on.
which I may find it.
Tenner's too cheap. If they sold it for 25 quid, I'd be like, that's the upper epsilon. Sure.
Yeah.
I can understand people buying it for 25 quid. I wouldn't, but I can understand people that did.
Yeah.
40 quid.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sure. How about you, Donkey? What are you playing?
I've been playing Bully,
Lots of Bully.
Yeah, which is I'm playing it with Curry. It's GTA for kids.
Yeah, it is. Good game to play with Gary as well.
How far into it are you? Because you've been playing it for a while now.
I'm
Yeah,
in
but Donkey's
the
bad at games.
3rd chapter.
That's not too bad. In fairness, I still haven't beat Red Dead.
It's Christmas. No, so it's like you should.
I've
Then
not touched it.
I played a bit of Among Us, which is a game you should know. That's
Yeah,
good.
we did.
Then I replayed Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is a prequel to Wolfenstein: The New Order, which was the reboot of Wolfenstein.
You are smashing quarantine life and playing those solo single-player games. Aren't you?
I'm playing the good games. Because there's no other people in those games. It's amazing. And I realized I still like Wolfenstein. It's still fun.
What a surprise.
And
Yeah.
I still want a new one. That's not the old ones again.
Yo, guys.
TFT Mobile.
TFT Mobile came out this week.
How much have you played?
I've played like 10 hours.
Oh, wow.
We were sat in here, me and Eric, because Eric's been waiting for it because he doesn't have a computer right now. Well, he does now because he's gone home, but yeah. Eric got it, and I'm like, dude, you'll love this game. And we just sat here for like 5 hours on the day it released, and let's just and played it. And I was like, I love this so much.
Emma played a game earlier on and actually won, and that is the only game she's played so far.
So she has
I
It's
find
actually.
uninstalled.
So,
100% win rate.
so she,
Find it
she's like me in Rocket
oddly
League. Never lost a game.
find it oddly difficult to play on mobile though.
Isn't it a card game?
No, it's auto chess.
Oh, it's the auto. I thought it was the card games. Okay.
Yeah, it's oddly
Legend
difficult
Runeterra.
because it's as somebody that's played it, it's not over complicated, right?
Yeah,
There's still a lot going on to be able to fit onto a phone screen.
yeah. And because
it
you've
does
gone
have an issue
from
with that.
the game to the app. Hearthstone.
Eric doesn't seem to have an issue, but I can't do it.
Well, again, yeah. Hearthstone is a game that I've played for years. Not for the last year because Legend Runeterra came out. But the Hearthstone app is fine. It works fine. But I can't play it because everything just looks too small to what I'm used to playing that game.
And it's only 30.
So-
I think it's because it's only 30 FPS.
Doesn't
It's a
make a
card game,
difference.
it doesn't matter. It
Ah, it
doesn't
does.
matter.
I've
That's
also
the
been
issue.
playing a bit of FTL. I forgot about that. I played a bit of FTL.
Faster than
yesterday.
light. Woo!
I
Is
like
that
it.
good? I own it.
I thoroughly enjoy it. I recommend it to anyone that likes games like that. But it's a bit of an obscure game, really.
What is games like that?
Oh, I've described it before. It's basically, I don't know. It's a side-by-side real-time strategy game, but not really. It's not really
Moving
RTS
on.
though. But it's not RTS. It's a really bad description.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alyx is coming out for PC, but only as a VR title.
Yes, oh, here's VR.
So you need to buy a VR headset to play the game, which is why every
you know, the
VR
Vive
headset
and
is
such.
sold out. Because finally a real game is released.
See, Connor says after FTL slaps. Thank you, Connor.
Fuck you, Connor.
Good game. It's a good game.
So Half-Life Alyx is releasing, which is essentially Half-Life 3. So,
We watched the trailer for it last week.
um,
Want to see our opinions on gameplay and what
Yeah.
you could get from it? Check out last
yeah,
week's
we're
podcast.
gonna talk about it later, maybe if it turns out to be an amazing game.
It
I
could be.
doubt it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
Ah,
wheel it out.
the 3 levels of
So
game.
Gwent has been released for Android,
Gwent is the
Card game.
Witcher card game,
which
right?
is apparently what people were doing in The Witcher 3. Instead of playing the game, they went into every tavern and just played Gwent.
It was so well played that they decided to make the card game. Like it was really oddly popular in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can play it in real life if you got the deluxe edition, collector's edition thingy. You got a set of card games, which certainly made it into a real card game. So they actually sell real cards of it now as well, because people are like, this is actually
Sick.
Magic the Gathering, but better.
Yeah.
Witcher.
Because
Cool.
that's That's good. So I think that's cool. Hey, go CD Projekt Red. It's good you don't pirate games anymore.
And what's coming out this week?
That's what's coming
That
out.
was what was coming out this week.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out. Man, listen. Some of us had an interesting night, okay?
All right, calm down.
Okay.
That's
Nah,
it.
dude,
I know you told Emma not to get fat. Okay, I get it.
my nan came into my room at 1:30 this morning.
Oh, how is she?
Old.
In need of a piss at the time.
I really hope she didn't try and use your room as a piss.
Wrong room.
Okay,
So
first of
the
all,
news the
Connor,
week-
you're not too cool to anything. Second of all, you're not nerdy enough for anything. You're just a wimp.
Yeah, he is. Nah, he is. He's very nerdy for stuff.
No.
He could recite Star Wars backwards.
No.
Swore to.
He is too nerd. He is
That-
too
hello,
wimpy to be
Kenobi
cool,
General.
but he is too cool to be a wimp. He is nothing.
So on Steam, Lara Croft and Tomb Raider games. There's 2 of them that are free right now. One of them's on sale. If you get them now, they are free to keep. You don't have to install them. Just go on it and click and say add to my library. Go get them. They're free. Enjoy. Steam don't do it very often. Get it while you can. Also, Monopoly and Uno are on sale, along with Monster Hunter World DLC, which is also 50% off as
I
well.
believe the BBU crew are getting Monopoly.
I'm getting Monopoly.
I don't know. I have Uno.
I'm getting Monopoly.
You guys were ultra on Monopoly, so I never.
I'm getting.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Okay, I'll do it right now. It's literally open on my Steam.
It's
Fair.
on
Yeah.
my open on mine too. Yeah.
I just
Actually,
want.
no, it's light Uno's on mine. I have to click back to get to Monopoly.
Yeah. There's a Ubisoft publisher sale on there, so you can go there and get.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. Also, Uplay have their own sale on for Rainbow Six Siege at 60% off. I think they have the Ultimate Edition on sale as well.
Yeah,
They
that's
do?
for 8, right?
I would
Something
get the
like
Ultimate
840 or
Edition.
something,
Yeah, 840.
I
Okay.
didn't get the Ultimate Edition, and I've done the 700 hours of grind to get where I am now. I still don't have every operator. Spend the extra £2 while it's on sale. Get the Ultimate Edition. Don't grind. Just play the game.
I think I
Alex,
got.
I literally.
I think I got
Sorry,
the
go on.
Start Edition, so that means I have every operator from when the game was released.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is where you should minimum have. I think that's nice because that means that no matter what, I will have someone that's not the recruit. Which was my issue when I first started playing the game. I was like, "Yay! I have him and Rook." So somebody picked Rook before me. It's like, I guess I'm just the recruit then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is-
Connor. Myself and Alex did just buy it.
Yeah. It is a gig, so. Kiri, go away.
Go away.
And on the Epic Game Store, we've got Watch Dogs and the Stanley Parable for free. Watch Dogs is
I know
great.
what it is.
I thoroughly enjoy it.
And you know what? I've never played it. Would actually pick that up and play it. That's a reason for me to boot Epic Game Store.
Yeah, absolutely, and I would actually recommend doing that right now.
I
because-
think everyone that's played it would recommend it. Actually, I don't think I've ever hit. I've heard people say it gets a little bit repetitive, but it's still cool and different.
Which
the second
what is-
one's a little bit boring, but yeah.
What is?
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. It's what you bought me for my birthday.
Did I?
Did he?
He got me a Steam voucher, and that's what I bought with it.
Oh,
Ah.
I was like, did I buy this? I never buy people.
Stanley Parable is apparently a funny, weird man game.
Yeah,
I
Yeah, so
Paraphrased a little bit there.
according to a nerd.
it's a first-person exploration game, and you play as Stanley.
Oh, that sounds spooky in a way.
And apparently, it says you will follow a story, you will not follow a story. And you
Oh,
will
it's
have
gonna
a
be one of
choice.
those metaphysical games in it.
And
Yeah,
you will have no choice.
yeah. No, already not interested. But it's free. Pick it up. The devs get money.
Devs, we like them.
Some of them.
All
Most
of
of them. No,
More games are more better.
disagree. Steam, I think, is overloaded with shit games.
It is. There's just so much shovelware.
As somebody that already owns Watch Dogs, I just got it again.
Just because the devs get money.
That's the reason I didn't get it again.
Because you
What?
already paid the devs.
No, because I feel like they fucked up. They showed a trailer up. Hey, this is amazing! And then when the game came out, they removed all the cool shit. So I don't think they should get paid twice for something like that.
Connor basically summed up the game to say it's fun if your internet goes off.
Yeah, that's what I just read.
And that could happen if you live on an island.
Cool.
So-
Well, Is there anything else you would like to add for the Mother's Day podcast today? Quiz.
Love you, Mom.
Have you phoned her today?
I'm gonna phone her right now.
Yeah, you better get on that. Donkey, is there anything you like to say for the Mother's Day podcast, even though Mother's Day isn't until the 10th of May in Denmark?
I'm fat, this is why I sweat.
I was legit going to phone her before the podcast, and we started early.
And on that note,
We were late? How did we start
Goodbye.
early?
we're back for the update on Wednesday.
As in, we started at 5 instead of half 5. I was gonna call her